I know, sir, NDC for ne a Mensah issue. Is it possible, sir, petition President Betty Majinaso? Now, what to me a Nipanedia Lawyer Atsu Dogbe. Lawyer Atsu Dogbe. Ni chin in your papa, but will be frafrasa, mammy. Lawyer na pay matching.
Good morning. Good morning.
I hope you're well.
I am well. I hope you're well too.
I'm very well. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Myself, Miss, I'm doing a training the OT.
Yes.
Correct one. A bit the petition about His Excellency Beyanka Jen Mensah and Lieutenant now when you are moving. Said that I make kind of petition or much less or more echo so near Mabakumi and be mismanagement and a constitutional crisis, misconduct and abuse of public office. And or more HSA or my Friday article 146 Ghana's constitution, the removal of public office, the woman to article no President Bejinaso et me at the Apamomo. How can we or as a country a position idea ma a electoral commission lieutenant no say aban bi ba no full say ne dwumadie bi anso omani na omo pese omo yi omo free wa emra ne kasa efa ho.
Okay, so I think that good morning to your listeners, and I believe that the constitutional design that you have mentioned, Article 146, clearly states the procedure for the removal of superior court justices, which is also the same procedure for removing the electoral commission or the commissioner.
Right.
The procedure allows for petitions to be submitted to the president. It does not give the president any duty to do than to forward the petition received to the Chief Justice. It is the Chief Justice that has the prerogative to determine whether there is some prima facie case. In law, we say whether there is some prima facie case, meaning from the face of what the petition has detailed, if there's a matter that requires inquiry or looking into. If the Chief Justice determines that there's no matter to look into, then that is all. But where the Chief Justice determines that there's a matter to look into, then an impeachment committee will be set up for the party to appear, even with a lawyer, to come and defend the matters that are in the petition, after which their recommendations will be bound on the president to either to remove or not to remove. So the president at this point is not the one specifically to make that assessment. And the Constitution too does not determine that a certain class of persons can bring the petition. It says the president shall receive of a petition. Meaning that anybody can bring the petition. Anybody in Ghana, any citizen of Ghana can bring the petition.
Lawyer, Mami Misa, when you did Kenya or my petition against Jen Mensah, a copiemo a Chief Justice and sa. What the two just said, and she'll be any and Oboguye. And a second one number. Prima facie case, no, a dinner dance, so you can't say, na, Diana, and the Chief Justice bet me who is some way, yet to me the bomb way.
Okay, so it depends on the nature of the allegations made. Because what will constitute a removal that will inquire, that will get the Chief Justice to determine a prima facie case will be questions that go to incompetence, gross incompetence, the misconduct of the officer. But that assessment is not that the person has actually done it or not done it, but it just shows that there's an issue that needs interrogation. So that is what the Chief Justice is going to do. Meaning that even if the Chief Justice says there's a prima facie case or there's a matter to look into, it doesn't mean that the person will be removed. It means that the impeachment committee will be set up. And the person will come. Yes, and they will determine. And even the one appearing before the committee has a right to a lawyer. A person will appear before a lawyer and they will do, and all these proceedings shall be held in camera, meaning that it will be done privately, not in the public, privately, so as to make sure that the sanctity of the process is not left in the public for commentary and all that. So in any event that the person is reinstated, it doesn't prejudice the view of the person.
Remember example about during the year Brown year registration, no. And some baku me no be me kai say wo mu ye kan ne mesi ani kire say nipa dodo say na atwere mu din say na wo mu ayi free mu we mu na ye transfers ne ade NDC raising issues about it. E mo mu gina so friends central for plus IPAC. So obi anhwe bi mistakes ni ade e wo mu kire mu enfom so kura ba mu nipa ba ko ho osunwane e mo mu kura pam nipa no say no incompetence ni bitumi che no ho ana
like I stated, the incompetence will be beyond just what we will call incompetence. It's a judicial assessment by the Chief Justice. Maybe these administrative lapses to the mind of the Chief Justice may or may not constitute or meet the threshold of incompetence. So we'll leave that to the Chief Justice's determination. But as it is now, they are merely allegations. Which allegations have been brought to the president? The president will just exercise his power to give it to
Chief Justice
for that prima facie case to be determined.
And Crawford mismanagement or financial mismanagement, and also can be. And also, you have to meet also Pamo.
Like I said, the way the Constitution is designed, it is the Chief Justice who must determine whether the threshold
there really was a financial mismanagement.
Yes.
Matenti impeachment so omo kwatenase in camera ni wie na omo ebeye sa process no omo etietie mu wie a na omo susu said omo de bo omo no edi so omo de aba omo a na omo de report akoma president na president agina so akasa ne o report ni enye ebon nti mapamo enye za.
Oh yes, if the committee after the inquiry says that all the grounds of allegations leveled against you merits your removal, that recommendation is binding on the president. The president cannot, after the work of the impeachment committee, say that he wouldn't proceed with what the committee has done. It's a binding obligation on the president to remove the officer if the committee, after the conduct of their work, say that the person ought to be removed. It's binding on the president. But before that, the president has no discretion in the matter.
Na just idano bia or mofa a third person kwaka ho a omotrese papa na okọ political shows so kodina ma MPP no wonu say wo mo de asem ne kwaka ho a Chief Justice betimi aka so nipa na fa no kra no wo ye party ni na ade no kọ ho nti wo mutumi impeach wo mo mane yeye.
Well, like I've been saying, the way the Constitution has been designed, those assessments will be done when the Chief Justice receives the petition. And because it is like a discretion vested in the Chief Justice to determine for herself whether there's a cause or a matter that ought to be answered, or there's a question that the petition raises that needs answers. And so she makes that determination. The Constitution doesn't give the real threshold for how she should exercise her discretion. So based on her appreciation, if there's some other party whose conduct may go to her competence, then that assessment will be left to the Chief Justice to make.
Mami say we na Chief Justice na mu no so kra na say bia na djuma ye die bi shada so president ani a otumi pam no simple sa.
It is not simple. I think that we are aware that in the previous year there was an attempt to remove the Chief Justice, the petition. Yes, that petition, I believe, before the president left office, commented on it, that because for the Chief Justice, because it has to do with the removal of the Chief Justice, she's not involved in determining the prima facie case. It is the president in consultation with the Council of State. They came up with a public notice that a report that there was no such merit relative to the determination of a prima facie case, meaning there was nothing worth looking into. But here, because it doesn't bother on the Chief Justice, the Chief Justice or the office of the Chief Justice is the one supposed to do the determination. So it is not easy. There are constitutional safeguards so that it doesn't allow for ease of removal of such high officers whenever there's a change of government. But once you go through the constitutional requirement, your removal will be binding on the president. And the president will act on the committee's report to remove you or to reinstate you.
Right, but now I say Anna Pay say unya bre na ocheche mu fa sa petition ya ebi de kono lawyer Atsu Dogbe. and I'll tell in Canada Sepa. Until I need some more canyon, so I'm more a petition. No, petition, no bet me a Janana, Juma petition, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or the Bacoma Chief Justice, Ibiako Payne. I'm an about to. What the command no trust Yashima who in Sassaman Crawford in show him. Enti my Mensah committee na or Moshe impeachment committee now or more entrance in Bowa, Seminole Sebia. Mimi who sends your woman or Mosuba who sends your Musa. Enti or mobile friend a year electoral commission. And then the lieutenant don't know be about betting the lawyer can now or Mono Martinase, I don't know be and to be in camera. That's what we are with them. Besides, our home send back whom you be. One besides, now some nebuano and just say, one the reporter, comma, Nipa or small, almost one more quiet, said, you man, no, almost after they come to Mahama, His Excellency. No one waiting as well to me, you already up, home, and yada. Incident, no.